Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here on our single player world. Today is episode 120 and you guys know exactly what that is. And if you guys don't, it's a pretty cool episode because we're going to be walking around talking about what we're going to be doing and what we have done. And pretty much just have a chilled out episode doing random things. Now today is a little bit different, and that is because we've had a bit of a problem because we've updated to Minecraft 1.11 snapshots, and there's no Optifine version ready for them just yet. And if you guys know, that's what we use to get our shaders, because we normally do a shaders tour here, but today is going to be our first non-shaders tour, and I think that'll be alright. I think we'll still have a good time, we'll still do things, and I don't think it'll be much of a problem, and we can always do another episode in the next few episodes with shaders. So don't you worry, when we get Minecraft 1.11 shaders coming out, we will be using them. So you can see I'm busy taking down our Halloween decorations. I pretty much cleared out majority of them. I think we've got 5 rogue pumpkins because I did a full stack and I can't find 5 of them. So there's 5 rogue pumpkins around here and we might come across them this episode, we might not, but that's alright. So this episode I want to quickly just start off by saying thank you to all you guys for the support we've got in the past 20 episodes. It's been really crazy, actually, really awesome support on our channel, on our series, and just in general. I mean, we've been getting really awesome comments, awesome views, and you guys seem to be enjoying what we're doing, so that's really great, and I'm really glad with what we've achieved in the 20 episodes on here as well. The other thing is, in terms of what this means for us in Minecraft 1. In our episode 120, is that in this episode, we update the world download link, so you can download this world and come and do things in it and play around with it, and do whatever you want. Blow it up if you really want to. And if you guys do want to download that, there will be a link in the description, and you can download the world. Another thing with that is, if you guys do anything crazy, awesome, or anything like that, show me what you've done in the world. I'd love to see what you guys have done in the world. You can tweet me on Twitter. That'll probably be the easiest way to go get something to me. I mean, I can't think of any other way you'd probably do that. So that will be pretty easy. Just show me what you've done. I'd love to see it. And that's pretty much it for the start of this episode. Now, what I plan on doing this episode is I plan on starting off where we started off and going through the things that we've achieved in these 20 episodes. So, 20 episodes ago, we didn't have this whole section here. This wasn't existent. 20 episodes ago, we had just finished our dock area. Well, majority of it had been finished. We still have to do a bit over there, but that'll come in due time when we start with that area there. But we had that house, we had this lighthouse, which we're gonna check out. And we also had a few things around here. We had our boat, we had this area here with a little bit of a dock down there. We can actually go step on that. Haha, got one. Come here. See? Now we've got 4 rogue pumpkins we need to find. Alright, so this over here was just a little fishing dock we built, and I was pretty happy with it. So this was more or less where we finished off with all this stuff. And then we decided, you know what, we're going to be doing that front-facing bit in the front of our base, so being this stuff over here. And I think it's been a really successful 20 episodes of building stuff and also just having a good time. Now, in these 20 episodes, you guys have also been suggesting what you want to see in the next, in the next episodes, not necessarily the next 20. And we're going to be doing something that was pretty heavily suggested in many different ways, so we'll get onto that in a short time. I want to just show you what this looks like just from up close. This kind of feel that we've got here walking around, where we've got this openness over here to look over the docks, and this side over here where we just, well, the harbour, and this side over here just looking really good, just walking around. You know, I kind of like what we're doing, where we're just building survival appropriate stuff without going ridiculously over the top, but still making a survival-like city walking through here. So let's go over to that side there. We're going to quickly fly off to have a look from afar at what we've done. Actually, this side here, sorry. We're just going to have a look at what we've done from afar, because I think that really brings it into context of what we've achieved. Now, of course, I wouldn't be able to punch myself with this bow until, yeah, I hit the wall. Of course. Alright, so this is what we've got here. You can see we've gone ahead and we've built this area here, which I think makes a really awesome front wall to our base. We've got the little tower, which was actually one of the first things we built on here. And then, well, actually, I think we built this first. We went to the tower, and then we added this bit in here. And I'm really glad with the way it turned out, where all these things are kind of interconnected, as if they've been built together, which they have. But it really has made a big difference just to the way we build things, instead of building things individually, we're building things together with the idea of the next thing, which makes it a little bit better. I mean, we don't have to know what the next thing's going to look like, but we know that we will be adding a next thing, and that makes it look a bit more, I don't know, organic, and also we make sure that it's not completely symmetrical, so it makes it very organic. So that's something we've learnt, and of course this series, which those of you guys who might not have followed it from the beginning, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen our first episode. We started this world to learn to build better, and I think we've achieved a lot of that in this time. So I'm really glad that we still are learning things. I'm really glad that we're building better. So another thing which I started, which we still have to finish, is this area here. We need to make this into a proper stone area over there, and that'll take a bit of time for us to get right. So we're not going to worry about that too much just yet. Now, in those 20 episodes, there was one episode where I decided, how about we just wait this out? We just go slowly. There was one episode where I decided, you know what? We're going to fix up this back area here. And we did a bunch of stuff with the garden, which is something I'm not very familiar with, gardening. And this turned out quite well, I think, with this pond. We got it to work in with this one over here, and it all just worked very, very well. And I'm really happy with the way this works, where as you walk over this bridge, we want to still do some stuff here, which I've got planned for the future. We walk over and you come down and you've just got these things still looking good. This is obviously no new news. These things have been here for a while, and I'm really glad with the way it all kind of brings itself in together. Now, one other thing we did, or we also fixed up this park, we still left some granite, which I think actually looks really well. It works really well. So one of the things we tried to do is decorate the interiors of these builds. Now, they're not 100% finished, but they do make a bit of a difference. So you can see we've got a few things going on here. I like to have these finished houses. Now, one thing I realized is a problem is, look here. That worked for us, but as soon as we put the carpet in, it didn't. So we have to get rid of that one, or the carpet. And I think we'll just do that. So this over here, we haven't finished completely. We still have to add in a bit of the roof, and we still have a few little things to do, but it's somewhat complete, and it looks a little bit better. Alright, so I just had to clear my throat. Now, we're going to go on to the next one here, and this house is also semi-finished. I'm pretty sure this one's actually completely finished. And I actually realized, I'm sure a lot of you guys noticed it, when I put this table in here at first, the table was over there, and this was connecting, well, the chair was over here, and it was connecting to this stair here. So we fixed it, we put the chairs in the corner, and it's a nice, just little, easy house. We probably should change that one there to a... we don't have anything to change just yet. We'll change that one eventually. Maybe we'll just leave this one here for now. In there. Oh. Right. Whatever. You guys can fix it if you download the world. Alright. So that house, I'm pretty happy with the way it has come out. I'm pretty glad that it just works in with this one. And then one that was unplanned completely was this map maker's or the cartographer's house, which is, I think, quite an awesome little thing to have built here. We've got ourselves a dragon head over there. We've got our maps, which we're going to slowly but surely make this huge map here. You can see how long it's taken us. That is a massive map, and we've got a long way to do on all these other things. So that'll take quite a long time. We're trying to make like a globe, because Minecraft's a square. We thought this could look like it. I don't know. Kind of have to imagine it. That's what it's all about, just imagining things. So there's a bit of a kitchen. We've got working storage. Check that out. Perfect. And all just, I think, looking alright. And this was actually a cool thing we got from a cartographer, which we're going to one day probably explore. We also got the bedroom here, which I think works quite well. We've got some bookcases and stuff here, and we've also got working storage, yet again, which I'm pretty glad. I like to do that. I like to make the storage actually functional, like those cupboards, and not looking like a silly, like, just fake cupboard. You know what I mean? I like to do it right. Now, why is that there? That shouldn't be there. In here. Now, this was the first house we decorated, and I think this looks really good as well. I'm really glad with the way this turned out. Very simple design, very easy, and you guys gave me some good ideas for those, and I thought they were really, really cool. So, very good. I like the way it came out, and I like how we've learned something. This is a lesson that I learned for you guys, if you guys want to take something away, is really separating your houses with walls inside, which is something I don't normally do. Well, I didn't normally do until now. And it really just makes it so much more homely, like having walls and rooms and stuff like that. I tended to just do one big room, and what I've learned is really you can cram things in. It's actually, for me at least, I find it easier when I do cram things into a build. So I'm really glad that we've learnt that, and I'm really glad I saw this bed on Reddit, because that was a pretty cool looking bed. Now in here we've got our other room. Same sort of story, just very simple, and learning to do things like cramming and adding in some real life storage and stuff like that. It's really cool. Okay, so let's go over to the next little part of what we built before we go over to the very last part of what we built. And this over here is our little watchtower, which we planned on having here, which we haven't done anything to the inside just yet. I'm not too sure what we want to put there. It's a bit of an awkward thing over here, but I think it's alright. I think it does the trick. I wanted to create a bit of asymmetry in this build, and I think we got it with, well, this long build, and I think this really helped it out there. So, a nice little lookout, can see our bridge, can see pretty much everything we need to see from the front of the city, or the village, which is pretty good. So let's go down, and we'll go over to our last build, which we did. So here it is. As we walk in from our markets, this area you guys will be quite familiar with because we've been doing it over the past few episodes. And you can see I've actually done a bit off camera where I've been extending this over here just so I've got a plan of where we're going to be building. And I've also gone ahead and done some stuff in here. We haven't done all of the walls, but we've done a lot of them. So we've got it ready for when we do come back to this. Now, this is actually walking on the roof of stuff, so it's not really too accurate. But what we're going to do here, and this is just something that we kind of ran into by trying to do something else, and I'm really glad that we did mistakenly come across this, and it's really something that I think will have a lot of character, and it will add a lot to our village. So, first of all, this was meant to be a bathhouse, and you can see it looks nothing like a bathhouse, and I'm proud of that. At first, I was very frustrated with it. It wasn't coming anything like what I wanted it to, and I think it was a good thing to just change up the build and use it for something good like this, and I think this worked really well. Now, the next thing that we decided to do was to build in a bit of a blacksmith, and I thought it would be really cool to have a nice looking blacksmith, one that's got lava pouring, stuff going on like that, and you can see this has actually got a bit of damage on the anvil, which is great. We used it a bit earlier, and that's really cool. I'm glad that happened. We've got a little bit of a room here, which we used a cloth to separate. Now, well, a banner as if it was a little bit of a cloth hanging down, and I think that works really well. We've got our horse stables, and this horse just always jumps on stuff. Get off there, horse. Alright, so that's pretty cool. That's looking good. I'm pretty happy with the way the stables look. I'm pretty happy that these stables are actually one-way stables. You can park your horse in, walk out, and keep going. And it's also got quite a bit of character in it. Just stuff going on. I like to have just stuff going on these builds. And you can see that over time, our builds have pretty much improved. I'm pretty happy with the way they've been going. I'm pretty happy that they are improving. Now, the next thing, which does need a lot of improvement, is this over here, this wagon. And I asked you guys for some ideas, and you guys gave me some ideas, and we're going to be doing them in the future. Maybe not today, but we're going to be trying to improve this thing in the future. And because it's not a wagon, that's for sure. But yeah, this past, what are these, 20 episodes have been a very eventful 20 episodes. We've also got all the snapshots and all those things that have come around, and they've really been awesome. Now, this is just a bit of a taste of what we're going to be doing here with this stuff here. Now, I'm debating whether we should have all these roofs facing this direction, or if we should have a roof kind of facing that way that links into the side here. But we'll get onto that when we get onto that. Not going to worry about it, because in the next 20 episodes, we've got another 20 episodes to go. And what we're going to do quickly before we discuss the following 20 episodes is we've got a little bit of a mini project which we decided to try out and see if it would do something. Now, we could have had a bit of help from redstone breaking and then being fixed again, and that is whether or not our dragon egg is duplicated. Now, if you guys ask me, let's just watch this. How long is the signal? Okay, you can see it. It kind of, I don't know if that was lag or if that was redstone messing up. Or maybe there was two things. Or maybe it might even be three, because there's a really long signal coming across there. And not only is there a long signal, but it looks like there's two, like there. And we see from a corner, we might be able to see something. So that should be only at the back. Yeah, I get the feeling we've duplicated a dragon egg. Oh man, this is going to be cool. I'm really glad that we tried out messing around with redstone and unintentionally trying to duplicate it. But in the end, it was intentional. It was definitely intentional in the end. So let's check what we've got here. We've got this here. We can look in there. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. We've got dragon eggs. Five dragon eggs. That is nuts. That is so good. Okay, well, we'll just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and see if we can duplicate a few more. All right, that is really awesome, and I'm glad I didn't follow any way of doing that. I'm glad we just kind of messed around with Minecraft and we somehow duplicated 5 dragon eggs, which is absolutely insane. We may as well add this back to its podium in the marketplace, and that is really cool. That is really awesome. Something that we only meant to have one of, and we've mistakenly got ourselves 5 of them, and I'm really happy about that. So if we can get more, that'll be great. We'll just store them up, and at least now we don't have to worry about losing the dragon egg, and I'm really glad the way that we did achieve it. So that's really, really great. Now, let's go on to what we're going to be doing in the next 20 episodes. And you guys might think it might be something related to what we've started there. That will be a project that we're going to go back to. It's not a project that we're going to be focusing on in the next 20. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will know, because I have spoken about this before, of what we're going to be doing in the following 20 episodes from today. And that is working on this farm area here. And we might be better off just flying around. So let's jump off this over here. And we'll just, yeah, hit ourselves up. Oh, man. There we go. This should be right. Perfect. All right, so this area here, you can see we've got a bunch of land here, which is nothing is happening with. In fact, let's just go onto the top of this tower. There we go. All right, we'll just crash here. Good. All right. So this area here, you can see we've got some trees. We've done some custom trees. I plan on doing a bunch more of these trees. I really love having custom trees in here, and we probably have to get a few more in the city somewhere. But oh, that looks actually pretty cool when that's done. That'll actually look really, really cool. So this area here, we've got a bit of a farm, which we built very early in our series. And it was really good to have something to look out from our base onto. And that was this area here. Now, what I've wanted to do for a long time is make this into a giant farm area. And what I plan on doing is putting in a windmill. I plan on putting in a bunch of wheat fields and just fields in general. So we're going to be working out how we're going to be doing that. And I'm not too sure how we're going to exactly do that. But I want this to be full of wheat and carrots and potatoes and everything. I know it might cause us lag, which we will have to deal with when we get there, but I plan on making this a really awesome farming area so that it looks like it gives us a bit of character and gives us something a bit different to look out onto. I also plan on making a giant windmill, maybe even a giant silo, just stuff, just doing things in here. So that's the plan for the next 20 episodes at least. And I'm really excited to get onto there. So hopefully in the next 20 episodes, we get a bit more of this done. And not only that, hopefully we get our shaders back. Man, I look forward to our shaders tours. And it's a bit sad that we didn't get them. But obviously we can't really do anything about that. The other thing is, which we did achieve in these 20 episodes, is we did find llamas. So we probably in the next 20 will probably bring a llama back. Oh, man, I always hit myself into something. So I think pretty much for this 20 episodes, it's been very successful. I'm really glad that we got the dragon eggs. That's actually something that I'm super happy about. So in these, this next little bit, you guys can download my world. You can play around in it, do whatever you want in it. And what I'm going to do in these next few seconds is I'll show you what I'm going to do. You know where this area is. If you guys want to find it, you'll find it. So if we go down, let's just grab maybe one of... Oh, why don't we have any chests around us? We should have a chest around here somewhere. I'll probably have to get back into organizing these. We'll take that ender chest for now because I'll show you what I'm going to do. So let's find a chest. Surely we have one chest. Really? Not a single chest in here? Okay, we're going to have to make one. So let's get a bit of this stuff out. We'll make ourselves probably 2... That's not what we need. We probably need 2 chests to fill in all our stuff, and we will do this. We do this every single 20 episodes. We go in here, we place down one of these, place down another one, and we're just gonna put all of our inventory stuff in here. We actually want that one. All of that stuff there, and you guys can now access it as well. Because remember, if I give you guys this world without my stuff in it, even though it's just junk, you guys can't access my inventory. So we'll put that down. We'll also take these off because I always forget to do that. And we'll place them in there, so you guys have them. Oh man, not in the ender chest. We want everything out of the ender chest, so you guys can use that as well. We'll place them in this one here. So I'm gonna go and clear out this world. Like I'll go save it, I'll upload it, and you guys can use it now if you guys want to. So that's pretty much us for this episode. I think the sun's about to go down, which is quite fitting because it's finishing off what we've done in these past 20 episodes. So I'm really super excited to get going on the next 20 episodes, guys. I don't know if you guys realize, but I've been wanting to tackle that area for quite some time, and I love the momentum we got going on. I did so many episodes last week in this series, and I'm really glad that we can just keep going on, making more and more episodes. I love it. I love it so much. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.